Conservatives are upset about Beyonce making a country album, with many country stations refusing to play her latest singles. Well, bad news, y'all. It's only gonna get worse. It's just a matter of time till she does a collaboration with Chris Stapleton called Tennessee Lemonade that'll break the damn internet. And then they're going to do a music video together, and she's going to bust out the headlight of a Ford F-350 Super Duty XLT, and you will weep. On an unrelated note, our Have You Tried Not Caring pillow is currently available on our online store. Grab one if you need something to scream into. Alabama's Supreme Court has ruled that frozen embryos count as children. So what does that mean exactly? Well, it means that if you make a few extra embryos during IVF, which is pretty common, they're still your children whether you use them or not. You either have to stick them all in your uterus or pay to freeze them till you're reincarnated. It also means you have to paint a nursery and assemble a crib for each embryo, set up a college fund for them, and your mom has to buy presents for each of her grand sickles every Christmas. And of course, any embryos that wish to opt out of being automatically registered as a Republican need to file the appropriate paperwork within the first 6 weeks of insemination. Turns out that the secret intel that an informant had about the Bidens was all made up. In fact, it might have even come from the Russians. The informant was arrested but has been released pending trial and will be avoiding tall buildings, windows, and ingesting things for the foreseeable future. Okay, so question. This Joe and Hunter Biden BS has been going on for a while, and every step of the way has been nothing but lies and speculation. How are we just now noticing that Russia might have something to do with it? That's their whole thing, man. When asked to comment, Jim Jordan said,
when Smirnoff lies to the FBI about President Biden, he gets indicted. I mean, go figure. So it doesn't change the fundamental facts.
To which the very excellent reporter that asked him that question replied,
it does change the facts. Those are no longer facts. Those are not true.
Right. Facts are based on truth, not lies. If we start basing facts on lies, then we'd have entire news networks misleading people and, oh, right. Trump compared himself to Alexey Navalny, saying that they'd both been persecuted the exact same amount. And you know what? He's right. Going on live TV to speak to millions of viewers is the exact same thing as doing hard labor in a Siberian prison. And then you have to get on your private jet that has your name on the side of it and fly back to the beach resort where you live? Oh, my heart just breaks for the man. Speaking of Trump, he owes a lot of money. In fact, there's a good chance that Trump's campaign will run out of money in July. And if there's any poetic justice in this world, it'll be on July 4th. Luckily, someone with nothing but air between their ears started a GoFundMe to help him. Brother, can you spare $1 million or 40? Let me just address directly the lower middle class, economically struggling Trump supporters who make up the bulk of his donors. Have you reached deep enough? What's more important, your financial security or Donald's other summer yacht that he writes off as a depreciating business expense? The former president's home/resort with its humble, skiff-like bathrooms is at risk of getting repoed unless you give generously. Why not donate today in the name of a lib you'd like to own? Donate now and recurrently every week at ko-fi.com/Phoenix News. Please note that none of the money will go to Donald Trump because we're going to spend it on hookers and blow. Now, President Biden has about twice the amount of campaign cash that Trump does. Turns out that not doing crime saves you a ton on legal fees. Who knew? But just in case that GoFundMe doesn't work out, Trump is back with some shiny shoes to help raise the dough he needs to defeat old Joe. And if that still doesn't work, get ready to fight a soccer mom in a bedazzled jean jacket for a gold Stanley tumbler with an American flag handle. Unwilling to continue being ignored, Dean Phillips has also tweeted a new shoe. Hey, Dean, buddy, I know the bar looks extremely low for political candidates these days. I mean, it actually is. The bar is scary low. But it isn't hire your neighbor's kid who does computers to just Photoshop up a funny shoe low. There's a reason I had to Google your name before I wrote this bit, and it's not because you have a shot at winning. Stand down. As you choke down a fire hose of news, do you find yourself craving a delicious, nutritious meal instead? Well, our own Chef Austin is here with our chief nutrition correspondent, Jen Haston, to show you the way. Austin, what are you cooking up for us today?
Well, I thought we'd start with a classic breakfast that has a new twist. So we are gonna make some delicious chocolate strawberry French toast. All right, so first things first, I have got some milk chocolate chips.
Sorry, Austin. Just wanted to check and see if you have some dark chocolate instead. Ideally with 80% cacao at least. It's just a lot better for you.
Sorry, I do not. But you know what? we can skip the chocolate. It'll still be delicious. Okay, so we've got our strawberries here, and they are a fruit, so that's healthy.
Austin,
So
hi. Sorry. Are those strawberries organic? Because if not, they've basically been dipped in rat poison.
They are not.
Yikes. But I mean, if you're not worried about going blind.
No. I definitely like my eyeballs. Okay, let's just go with a classic French toast. Delicious comfort food. So first, I need to get my eggs.
Ooh, Austin, eggs?
I thought eggs were good for us again.
They were, but now they're back to being bad. Unless they're free range. Are they free range?
No, I had to pay extra for the range.
Then I wouldn't use those.
Okay, fine. You know what? Toast. Plain, dry toast. That's it. So I'm gonna get my bread.
And is that a gluten-free bread?
Gluten-free? God, motherfucker!
Your gut microbiome is not gonna like that.
What the hell are we supposed to eat?
Well, you can always drink water, eat ice if you want something crunchy, and for a very healthy snack, inhale some steam.
I'm calling Domino's.
Back to you in the studio, Andrea.
George Santos is suing Jimmy Kimmel for tricking him into making cameos. Santos has hired attorney Robert Fantone to represent him, but is that just another George Santos alias? We have no idea at this point. The annual ranking of presidents is out, and Trump is dead last. But the Phoenix News Network has ranked some other presidents near the bottom. Richard Nixon for blowing Cambodia off the map, Andrew Jackson for all the white supremacy stuff, Thomas Jefferson for inspiring this film, and Martin Van Buren for having a gang named after him on Seinfeld. And also for being overly hot. Damn, Marty could get it! A peer-reviewed scientific article was retracted this week that featured AI-generated images of a giant rat penis. So if you're having trouble getting published in an academic journal, just type giant rat penis into Midjourney, attach, and hit send. It's a real attention grabber. NASA is recruiting volunteers to test out its Mars simulator for 1 year. Ideal candidates will have a background in STEM and/or the military, medicine, or as a pilot. Well, shoot, George Santos has all those qualifications. Maybe we should let him do it? I mean, only if you want this scientific mission to turn into the best new show on Bravo. Messy bitch. A female stingray at a North Carolina aquarium is pregnant despite having no male companions for over 8 years. Ladies, put away those dating apps. You don't need a man holding a fish to make you happy. You need to be a fish in an aquarium in the mountains. God will take care of the rest. And finally tonight, doctors have removed 150 live bugs from a Florida man's nose. Bro, you're not supposed to snort those. Next time try drugs instead. That wraps up this week's episode. If you like it here, join our Patreon or donate on Ko-Fi. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and get notified of our new episodes. Love you. Bye.
Why are you mean? God! God!